Well, fresh off of our Super Bowl loss to the Minnesota Vikings, the Raiders have a direction, had a great season simulation. I'm not really sure how. We've got an option on Tyree Wilson. We're not going to pick that up. We'll let Tyree Wilson be a free agent after this year. Then we'll decide if we want to keep him. For whatever reason, that's locked. So, is Hunter Renfrow going to be a free agent? I mean, that's not a bad thing. He's 79 overall. He's 30 years old. We can get something better. We got 112 million in cap room right now. Jacoby Myers, what does he want? Four years at 5.4? Signed through his age 33 season? Sure. All right, well, Myers is back. That's good. I have no idea why Renfrow is just locked. That's strange. Terrace Marshall, he did catch a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl, but we could probably pick him up right before the preseason. Dylan Parham, he's 27. We can try and upgrade. Deion Dawkins is 32. We got to rebuild this offensive line. John Runyon had a great sim, so maybe we just bring John Runyon back. 1 year, 2.5. Oh, well, he's going to free agency. Okay. Ronnie Harrison Jr. made some plays for us. I think that's another position we could probably upgrade. Drew Tranquil is a guy I do want back. He's back. All right, good deal. So now we're just under 100 million in cap space. Michael Pierce, your services were well appreciated, but Michael Pierce will be let go. Zach Cunningham, 31 years old. He's made some plays for us despite not being a very high overall. Tracy Walker, Eric Armstead. Anyone else we need to re-sign? Not really. These are just all depth players. We'll be able to find more of them. So we're in good shape. So we'll advance and see who's available in free agency. I don't really know who's here, but now we find out. Quarterbacks. We're not going to be able to upgrade the quarterback position in free agency anyway. This is a sad state of affairs. Desmond Ridder at age 27, star dev, has not grown much at all. It's worse than Penix, so that doesn't help us. And I think right now we're fine with our backup being Sam Hartman. Running back, we don't really need one. Actually, let's go through the roster and see what we're looking at. We'll bring up the notepad. So let's take a look here. Quarterbacks were good. Michael Penix Jr., Sam Hartman. If we had to go into the season with that, that's perfectly fine. Running back. Oh, we do still have Chuba Hubbard under contract. Well, that's fine then. I guess if we could upgrade, that'd be nice, but Chuba Hubbard did us pretty good when we actually got to play with him. Josh Dunn just got signed. Alec Ingold's still our fullback. He's probably getting to the point where we're going to have to think about who our next fullback's going to be. Receivers, I'd like at least one, maybe even two. If we can get a stud wide receiver, that'd be great. I don't know if there's going to be any in free agency, because right now we're going in with Jacoby Myers, Keon Coleman, Trey Tucker, because Hunter Renfrow did go to free agency because for whatever reason that was blocked out. Yeah, I know that was such a huge signing. And look, I respect Matt Shepard. You don't want anyone to lose their job. Guy does good with Michigan basketball. But, man, there's just not enough happening in a baseball game. And I feel like Shep just gets bored. And then when something actually does happening, he gets too excited and then can't get the words out right. So he just screams half the time. It's like, the Tigers didn't hit a lot of home runs when he was on the broadcast team. And when somebody would, he'd just be like, deep fly ball, it's gone! Like, he just, fucking hell. Guy's insane. But, like Shep, not as a baseball play-by-play commentator. Tight ends. We're going to need some backup tight ends. So wide receivers times 2. Tight ends times 2. That's not really a need right now. We can wait on that and see who's available. Left tackle, we're perfectly fine. Left guard, we're okay. Just a possibility at upgrading left guard. Center, we're fine. We got our stalwart Cedric Van Pran in there. Right guard, we don't have any. So we need a right guard. And a right tackle. Oh, right, because we let them both go. Max Crosby at left defensive end. We'll be fine there. Chop Robinson on the other side. That's good. We're going to need a backup, but we can deal with that later. Bear Alexander up the middle, so I would like one defensive tackle. Left outside linebacker. Drew Tranquil made a ton of plays for us in the Super Bowl and the playoff run in general. However, 31 years old, 74 overall, not a guy we want to commit to long term. Middle linebacker, that's just an auto sign, so we're going to need a couple middle linebackers. Tyree Wilson is set on the right side, however, with Thomas Santos. We're really probably fine there. One cornerback, maybe. Shiloh Sanders at free safety. No offseason growth out of Shiloh right now. Travion Mooring. If we have to go into the season with Mooring, that's perfectly fine. Star Dev 27. We're good with that. We still have Carlson. We still have AJ Cole. So there's the off-season wish list. So maybe, let's see. So we don't need a running back. I mean, Tyler Algier would be nice. David Montgomery would be nice. I mean, we could have just another stud in the bowling ball known as Tyler Algier behind Josh Jacobs. That's not actually that bad. And the contract is rather small. 2 years, $3 million. Small signing bonus. If that even gets us anywhere near the top. It does, actually. Surprisingly. Fullbacks. Patrick Ricard, who we had in building the Browns. We're good at fullback right now. Ideally, I'd like to draft one. Jameson Williams has hit free agency. Now, that's not exactly what I'm looking for in terms of, you know, a wide receiver acquisition. And we've had JMO. We had JMO with building the Browns. He just didn't grow. So I'm a bit hesitant on that. He's 11 teams interested in on him. We're going to have to overbid our fucking selves. That's going to drive me nuts. Wow. Tight end market is not good. That's frightening. Left tackle. Oh. Well, we could get Ronnie Stanley. He's 32, though. I mean, there's none of these guys that are young. We don't need to spend that much money on Ronnie Stanley. There's no offers in on Trent Brown. He's going to regress. Yeah, these guys are all going to regress. I think a one-year deal on Trent Brown is not bad. He has no offers in on him right now, so let's get a bid in. Left guard, that was the question mark. Batonio is here. If he wants a short deal, that's a possibility. But left guard was a question mark on the upgrades, so we'll move on. So... did we put an offer in on a tackle? Okay, Trent Brown was a tackle. So, we do need a right guard. John Runyon's here. Get an offer in on him to maybe bring him back. Defensive tackle. That market is not looking great at all. Wow. Oh, boy. Jesus, Eric Armstead. Ew. Alright, well, let's move on. Left outside linebacker. This is fucking brutal. Shaq Barrett. For now. Wow. Middle linebacker, Cole Holcomb at age 30. Nakobe Dean at age 25. An offer on Nakobe Dean's not a bad idea. Jesus, there's not even a right outside linebacker that we can move over. Wow, wow, wow. That is not good. Corners. Well, we just need a third string corner. We have our starters. Gilmore does not really want that much. Stephon Gilmore? Who says no? Nice offer in on the 35-year-old veteran. Free safety, a 34-year-old Tyrann Mathieu. Don't really need safeties, though. Von Bell. Wow. Kickers and punters. We're good there. Wow, 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 wow. We might just have to... oh, man, I don't know. We got Elijah Moore sitting here. No offers in on Moore yet. Tyler Boyd, Paris Campbell. There's Renfro. And he wants to come back, which is the interesting part. 98 speed for Jameson Williams. That would surely go up. He is interested in our team. But, man. We need more than Jameson Williams. What are we thinking? Curtis Samuel. I mean, let me get an offer in on Jameson Williams. See where that puts us. We're in the running. That's not a bad deal. We still have $56 million in cap. We're gonna wait on tight ends. I mean, we could spend the money on Batonio, but I don't know if that's really the smart move. We have and the left guard that we have, I mean, the interest in our team is high. $9 million a year for Batonio. He's got interest in the team. That might help us out. We still got $40 million in cap to work with. So we got offers in on Batonio, Jameson Williams, whole bunch of offers in on JMO, so my hopes are not high. Trent Brown, low ball offer on Tyler Algier, Stephon Gilmore, John Runyon, Nakobe Dean, and Shaq Barrett. For $60 million, that's not bad if we can get those. However, definitely no guarantee we get them all. So we got 8 offers in, 37 players on the roster. How many players on the roster when we simulate? Oh, well, we signed a couple. Who did we sign? So we got Trent Brown, Algier, Gilmore, Dean, and Barrett. Runyon is still thinking. We missed out on Batonio. He goes to the Pats. And is JMO still out here? No, Jameson Williams to the Rams. So we sign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who else do we have an offer in? On? Little linebacker? No. We didn't have an offer on a defensive tackle. I mean, we could survive with what we have at DT, but we'd have to run nothing but 3-4. All right, well, $64 million in cap space again. What are we looking at in this mock draft? Arch Manning going number 1. That's a whole lot different than the draft that we had, where Manning just continued to fall. Our draft pick all the way down here. A corner, Dylan Fletcher. We will not be taking a corner. That I can guarantee you. Malachi Nelson is in this draft. All right. Well. I mean, $60 million in cap space is way too much to just take in here. But punter, kicker. We could go after Elijah Moore on just a cheap deal, assuming that's even good enough. Take a look. Not really. Player-friendly offer. Oh, that didn't help out much. Helped out a little. That's not bad. Eek. This is a terrible free agency pool. This is absolutely abysmal. All right, well, we wanted 2 wide receivers. It's not going to happen here. Isaiah Likely. He's old, isn't he? 26? That star dev doesn't mean much at 26. We would get into a bidding war perhaps there. We did get Trent Brown, though, so that is one win for us. We didn't even have an offer in on Ezra Cleveland. Defensive tackle. I mean, we should just try and sign one of them. I mean, I guess we could bring Michael Pierce back. Wow. That is one of the more brutal free agency pools I've ever seen. I really don't want to do much else. Elijah Moore signs. Uh-oh. Pierce has another offer in from the Texans. Give him a player-friendly offer just to up that. If he doesn't sign after that, it is what it is, and we got to figure our second defensive tackle out. But that's really all else that I want to do. All right, I do believe he signed. And he did. So we bring back Michael Pierce to opposite Bear Alexander. Well, I guess that's it for free agency. That is just unfortunate. Our free agency recap. My signings. So our top free agent signing is Elijah Moore, which is good, but it's not what we were after. Trent Brown to help protect Michael Penix. Tyler Algier as a second running back to Josh Jacobs. We'll probably keep Chuba Hubbard. We'll probably keep all three. Stephon Gilmore. We bring John Runyon back after the good season he had in the sim. 29 years old, 79 overall. Michael Pierce, who I did not intend on bringing back, but he's back on the team. Nakobe Dean at middle linebacker, and Shaq Barrett. We have had better free agent periods. That's not good. And now it is time for the NFL draft. And I have no idea who we're taking. I would actually be shocked if Arch Manning goes number 1 overall. I thought he was just built in to fall in the draft. Well, the draft. Who goes number 1 overall? Will it be Arch Manning? Yes. Arch Manning does go. Cleveland, with the second pick, will simulate up to ours, the 31st overall pick. Well, what are we looking at? Quarterback Connor Weigman. We could take a shot in the dark on a quarterback, given that Penix doesn't seem like the guy. Anthony Hill, a left outside linebacker. We had him in Browns franchise, and he was pretty darn good. So I am going to take, with the 31st pick, an outside linebacker, Anthony Hill. Hidden Dev. That's a good choice. We need help on the defensive side. That is for certain. Our offense could survive, but I'd rather improve it. So now our second pick. This is where the draft really gets stupid because I have no idea what we're doing. Defensive tackle actually apparently is not a need. Middle linebacker is. What do we have for linebackers? 3rd to 4th round selections. Not what we're looking for. Offensive needs. We need a right tackle. Apparently we don't have any. All right, because we signed a left tackle. We just got to move him. Well, taking one's not a bad idea. The only problem is none of these guys look like sure things. So let's just go and try and find the best available. Pursuit, tackling, Justin Patton. Run stopping, outside linebacker. Go back-to-back linebacker picks. I like that A pursuit and A tackling. He's probably normal dev. But let's take a shot here. 87 speed for a linebacker, not bad. Looks like a pass rusher. Might just be. Our 3rd round pick, I think we have one. I don't think we traded away any picks in this draft. Can't say the same for the next one. Darvion White. B catching for a wide receiver in the 3rd round is not great. Catching A to C. Somebody's going to jump out at us, right? Hudson Parker. Oy. Walt Spencer out of USC. Bs aren't bad at this point in the draft. Damian Bushrod. I mean, we're getting way too far down now. Anyone fallen like a long way in the draft? Darvion White has actually gone up, and I don't really know why. You got speed or something? He's not fast. 4.5 40. Not really sure why he's moving up. If we can find a fast wide receiver, 4.4, that's not bad. We can try and find our Greg Gray in this draft. 4.5, that ain't it. 4.4. If it's not this guy, we're not going to do it here. No. Okay. I don't know. Just a player. I can't take another linebacker. Let's take whoever this is. Molden. Eh. Grades looked good. Didn't really pan out. Pick 31 in round 4. Again, we look for a speedster. That's not bad. So keep an eye on DeJuan Beverly. That's not bad either. Monte Jackson. 16th in speed. Nolan Carter. Ooh, there it is. Nolan Carter. We're taking our Greg Gray. 4.3 40. 3rd fastest in the draft class. Nolan Carter out of Stanford. Catching is not good. He ain't going to have to catch. 93 speed, I was hoping for a little more. But that should go up. It's not a bad start. And now round 5. Pick 29. We got 2 fifth-round picks late. Not sure who this is. Another fast one. A day 3 pick. Get 2 speedsters. More 93 speed. Whoever Hendricks is, we'll have to give him a first name. So skip 1 pick. Do have our 6th round pick as well. Any quarterbacks to get excited about? Vince Samuel. Not really. This could be good. Tevin Swede. An A, a C. Even if those others are C's, the break tackle's nice. Tevin Swede. Power back. 231-pound running back. Hey, we could move him to fullback. That's not a bad idea. Can I talk my... Come on. That other side. The Oakley way. I think that might actually be what we do. If we can cut Ingold and save the cap space, we'll probably just do that. Have him put on 10 pounds. Greg Gray! Greg Gray's here! Hey! Oh, I can't do it again. We found our new Greg Gray. Alright. Let's just take a shot in the dark at a tackle. Undrafted free agent. Undrafted free agent. Never mind. Oh, God. Everyone's potential undrafted. Finesse move of F, power move of C, tackling of D for a defensive end. Kendrick Perriman. I mean, these grades are just bad. Nathan May. No idea. Just a defensive tackle. Let's trade. Let's trade back. I want the Mr. Irrelevant pick. Just for nothing. Well, we got to take a quarterback. We got scramblers all over the place. That's certainly an interesting position change. I'm just curious. Probably not going to leave it this way. Bad. Bad. All right. Good to know. That didn't work with Travis Hunter. I don't know why I thought it might work this time. All right, back to corner. Hopefully I didn't screw him up. Nope. Okay, so now go through this. Atkinson is 62 overall. He has 70 speed. Dave Atkinson. Oh, wow. What a specimen this guy is. We're probably going to change his face to something that looks a little more, shall we say, human. He's actually not that much. I think he might be better as a rookie than Sam Hartman was. So we got Jacobs, Algier, Hubbard. Josh Dunn probably won't make the roster. Swede. Receivers, Myers, Moore, Coleman. 381 overall receivers, or 80-plus overall receivers. We want something a little bit better. But I'm not sure if we need to pull that trigger when we have Michael Penix Jr. throwing the football. Colton Miller. Good there, good there, good there. All set. I'm just looking for position changes right now. No need for any. We're all set. So, we can advance week. We're going to simulate the preseason and then look for some potential moves. Well, actually, I'm going to look for moves right now. Improve team. Nothing we want. What's going to take this team over the hump? Man, that defense, it actually got worse. I did play the Lions and Chargers already. Won it on a walk-off field goal, much like real life. Although the final score was, I think, 51-48. Ugh. Well, well, well. Free agents. Grab some depth with all our cap space. Lions are looking good right now. Hey, I said it. I don't think that Lions team in any year past wins that game. Don't need any of these quarterbacks. They're not better than Sam Hartman for our backup job. We're set at running back. We could pick up a real fullback, but right now we got technically two. Could bring Hunter Renfrow back. I don't want to do that. Do you think we win these games with Stafford? Probably not, because Stafford just makes more mistakes. Like, Goff is just... Dude, Jared Goff has ice in his veins right now, man. He is playing... He is playing insane football. Living up to the #1 overall pick right now. For sure. 333 yards yesterday. Receivers are not good, but we do need a few. So let's bring in Alan Lazard. $46 million in cap space because there was just nobody in free agency that we want. I mean, right now I'd say he's on pace to. On pace to be. Stafford was how old when he won that Super Bowl? I understand Goff got carried to the Super Bowl he went to. But still went to one. David Bell out of Purdue. Bring him in. Tight ends. Tight end market is dry. So, Peyton Hendershot? I mean, we need like 3 tight ends. Troutman? Oh boy. This is brutal. Donald Parham. Just saw him. Left tackle, we could bring back Taylor Lewan. 35 years old. The hair they gave Taylor Lewan. Andrew Norwell. We do need a backup center. So let's go and get the best one that they got here, Nick Gates. We'll grab another Dan Feeney. Bring him back. Just realized that the 2 centers we just signed have the same face model. Ben Cleveland. We missed out on Ezra Cleveland, even though we didn't really offer him. Solomon Kindly. Best running back duo in the league. They're in the conversation. They have to be in the conversation, especially after yesterday. We got 10 roster spots remaining. So maybe we need to be a little bit more selective here. Sebastian Joseph Day. Bring him in. Yeah, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs. We actually have a few defensive tackles. We don't need any. Jahmyr Gibbs has been something special. People question the draft pick. I think it's working out ideally right now. Not a lot of Michigan flavor on this team. I guess we'll bring in Cam McGrone. Eric Kendricks. He's made my life hell twice now. Twice in 2 days. He was on the Vikings in the Super Bowl and was just on the Chargers. Alex Anzalone. 69 overall. I guess we could just keep signing players and then we'll cut some of the ones that got auto added. Xavier Howard. It's a nice veteran on a nice contract. We got 72 players on the roster. Micah Hyde or Marcus Epps? Probably Marcus Epps. Bring Epps back. Adrian Amos. I didn't even realize Adrian Amos was still in the league. Ronnie Harrison. This is what I was talking about letting a guy like Ronnie Harrison go. I cannot believe Jake Elliott's sitting here in free agency. It's a nice kicker. And an 84 overall punter. If I was in any other situation, I'd probably be scooping those guys up, but we got a good kicker and punter. All right. So to sim the preseason, and then we're going to get to work on trades. Raiders lose in the preseason. That's fine. We don't care. Just get the preseason over with. 0-2. We got the Lions in the preseason. And then we'll cut some players. Trim the fat. Sign all those guys just to cut him. Yup. John Quick. How did this guy end up on our roster? And David Waller. And Deontay Hood. And Josh Dunn. We knew Josh Dunn was going to get cut. Corner. Don't need a corner. Imani Dupree. I did not draft and or sign him, so he can go. Same with Dylan Cantrell. Now we'll go position by position. We've got 3 quarterbacks. I kind of want to keep them all. I mean, the 97 throw power for the 244 pounder. I like it. Dave Atkinson. When Sam Hartman's contract is up, that might be our guy. Running backs, we're all set. So maybe that move to fullback wasn't a great idea. But we'll keep Sweet on the roster. So let's see here. Moore, Myers, Coleman, Lazard, Bell, Trey Tucker. We drafted this guy. So I think we also drafted Nolan Carter. Is this the guy out of Army? Oh, no, this is our rookie out of Stanford. So we'll cut the receiver that it suggests. Actually, I think Josh Givens is the receiver out of Army. 84 speed for a receiver, though. So. And I think his dev dropped. Wasn't he like star dev? Whatever. Givens goes. We got to figure out who this is. What his name is. Tight ends, we don't need 4. So I guess we're going to go in with Mayer, Troutman, Parham. We're going to cut the Indiana alum, Peyton Hendershot. Left tackle, we only need 2. Guard, we have 2. Centers, don't even need Dan Feeney. Right guards. Neither one of these guys give us cap space. I'm going to keep Ben Cleveland because he's a year younger. Right tackle. Max Mitchell's the obvious choice. Andrew Wiley goes. Backup left defensive end is an issue. And so is Chop Robinson not growing fucking at all. All right. 3 defensive tackles. That is not a lot. Outside linebacker. We got Anthony Hill for the year. So Cam McGrone will get cut. I'm keeping Drew Tranquil, though. Oh. I guess we're keeping 3 middle linebackers as well. All right. Anzalone's going to have to go. It wants me to cut Thomas Santos, but I'm not going to do that. Corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't recommend cutting Jacorian Bennett for some reason. I don't know why. Free safety, Andrew Wingard has his spot taken. Gains his $1.7 million in cap. And Ronnie Harrison is gonna go because we just drafted. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we can't release the draft pick yet. We still gotta cut 4 players, so we're actually in a bit of a difficult spot. Who's it gonna be? Really, I should cut Tevin Swede. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are both rookies, aren't they? My shots at having a Greg Gray-esque player. We could let Parham go into the season with Meyer and Troutman. Have Ingold play tight end if he has to. Because we somehow gotta still cut 3 more players. I'm gonna have to cut somebody that I don't want to. We only have 3 defensive tackles. We can't cut anybody. I don't want to cut Drew Tranquil. We'll cut Shaq Barrett. 2 more. Fitzgerald's a rookie. Oh, no, he's a second-year player. All right, well, Nick Fitzgerald is going to go. And then 1 more. Don't recommend. Who does it recommend I cut? Tevin Sweet. Now, why does it say I gain cap space here? Alright, well, I just killed poor Tevin Sweet's career. Moved him to fullback, a position he's not good at. Marcus Jones, Chop Robinson's finally an 80 overall. That took a while. We start the season with the Chargers. Hey, our defense is an 85 overall all of a sudden. No, it's not. What are we looking at? Nothing good in free agency. Didn't think so. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to simulate week 1. We're not simulating the entire season today. See what happens here. Oh, wow, Eckler is falling off. We should probably defend the deep pass on Herbert. Let Josh Jacobs eat. Hill. All right. So let's get our defensive guys in here first. So we got Anthony Hill. Definitely don't want normal devs in here. Marcus Jones isn't a bad idea. Oh, Josh Jacobs dropped to 98. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Where is Chop Robinson? And then offensively, Van Pran. Where's Penix? And who else on offense? I might just skip the... I usually try to do 3 offense, 3 defense. I might just skip that and just put Bear Alexander in there so he grows more. There we go. All right, so the simulation of week 1, just so we can get these teams cap compliant, and then we will go into some trades because this team is going to need it if we're going to compete this year. Raiders do win week 1. I don't know what it is with this team that simulates well, but we beat the Chargers, so that's a good start. But we'll be back in seconds or minutes, not hours. Seconds or minutes, and explore some upgrades we can look at via trade before week 2 against the 0-1 Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals have Marvin Harrison Jr. Interesting one. All right, so we're just going to scour the rosters. I think I'm going to put off at least Rockies franchise today. We don't have a lot to do the rest of the week. And I kind of want to dig in a little deep just to find some good trade targets. We might put off Nordique's franchise too. might just be a Madden day. So let's take a look at quarterbacks. Michael Penix Jr. is fine, but if we could get a better quarterback, that would be ideal. Kyler Murray, but he's making way too much money. Arch Manning is already an 81 overall for the Saints. No way they're trading that. We don't want Watson. And now we're getting into the part where, I mean, Penix is just right down here at 79 overall. Not one of the better starting quarterbacks in the league. We could make a trade for a guy like Bryce Young. 25, 90 overall. I think he's still on his rookie deal. But he's going to be up for a contract here shortly. What are we looking at in terms of the contract? 1 year remaining. We're obviously going to have to pay him if that was the route that we decided to go. Throw power, high. Short accuracy, not very good. Medium throw accuracy is workable. Deep throw accuracy is... Oh, that's Caleb Williams. Never mind. Throw power is actually not that great, but his accuracy is what I like. And he's pretty mobile at 87 speed. 84 agility. 89 acceleration. We're not going to get a guy like Caleb Williams. That's going to cost way too much, and it looks like the Patriots may have already paid him. Either that or that's just the rookie contract for that year one draft. There's also Shiloh Sanders. I mean, I think a Bryce Young could do wonders for us. There are just so few good quarterbacks. Well, let's see what it's going to take to get Bryce Young off of him. And get Bryce Young wearing the silver and black. So obviously I'd like to send Penix in the deal. They don't want him, obviously. Just to get a feel for how far away this is going to be, I'm going to add a 5th round pick and see if this even gauges interest. Surprisingly, yes. Surprisingly, it does. So this might actually work. I'm just now realizing that Bryce Young is younger. Huh. Okay, what about a 4th? I feel like that made the offer worse. A 3rd. That is not increasing that at all. A 2nd. That went up. We'll throw our 1st in there. If that doesn't work, Bryce Young probably ain't going to happen. It's actually closer than I would have thought. I don't know if a quarterback that we're going to have to pay is going to be quite worth it. We may just... If it's going to be like that, we might as well just keep Penix. We're definitely jeopardizing our future if we did something like that. Trevor Lawrence is making the money. Now, we can acquire a guy making money. That's not an issue. We do have quite a bit of cap space, I think, still. So let's add in a guy like Tua. Oops. Tua Tagovailoa. 28 years old. 88 overall. Oh, yeah, we got the cap space for him. What is this contract looking like? 4 years remaining. Oh, it is backloaded. Oh, making $55 million in 2029. I don't know. I think we try and stick it out with Penix at this rate. So let's try and get him some help. I wanted to try and get a receiver in the high 80s, 90s range. Get a real stud receiver. Gabe Davis is a lion. Weird world. We could get Devontae Adams back. He's hurt. McLaurin's hurt. Chris Olave. Take a weapon away from Arch Manning. This is probably not going to happen. We just throw a second in there. That's not even close. Which means the first is not going to be close. Ooh. All right, what are we looking at? I think they've paid him already. Yes. Under contract for 4 years is Chris Olave. As we look to get another Ohio State wide receiver in one of our franchises, oddly enough. He's 26. 93 speed. I think a guy like Olave is a great move. And throwing that first-round pick in there and being that close is rather nice. They need a quarterback. I can't exactly offer one. Not one that they're going to like. I could throw in Sam Hartman. I don't think that's going to be the difference in this trade. Let's throw a first and Sam Hartman in for Chris Olave. As I expected, not there. So if we add in next year's fifth, let's try a fifth first and see if that helps at all. Did not. Next year's fourth. I think the third may do it. It's got yellow interest, so that should go up here. First round pick and a third round pick in the 2020. Wait a minute. Nope. No, I want next year's draft with the third. First round pick this year and a third round pick next year for Chris Olave. Ooh. Okay, they want more. So what we'll do, we'll throw that in, and then we'll throw in this year's sixth. And there we go. Chris Olave now wears the silver and black. So we've got our stud receiver to help out Penix. Now we look at defensive tackles. We don't need a guy that's going to be better than Bear Alexander, but a nice player that can go opposite Bear Alexander. Because we do still have a pretty good defensive line. Even with Michael Pierce regressing, we still got Max Crosby at 99 overall. Chop Robinson is young. I know he's not growing, but we still have him. And obviously Bear Alexander. So we're in good shape. If we could get a guy like Jordan Davis, 26, 82 overall, he's probably been paid. He has, but that contract's not bad. I think this is a trade we could probably make. Let's look at... I don't want to get rid of this year's second just yet. If I just offer, say, a third, and then they want a linebacker, do I have one to give them? They want a right outside linebacker. Thomas Santos? I doubt this goes through. It fucking went through. Okay, well, we acquired a defensive tackle for almost nothing. So let's take a look at the roster now. We got to cut a player. We're over the roster limit, but that's fine. We're just in rebuild mode, trade mode. Penix, Hartman, Atkinson, Jacobs, Algier, Hubbard, Ingold, Olave, Myers, Moore, Coleman, Lazard. We got a bunch of receivers. Tight ends. Why did Meyer go down? Wasn't he like an 85? The fuck happened there? Offensive line's good. Got good defensive tackles, good young defensive tackles. Hill, who's going to grow into a nice player with the hidden dev. Nakobe Dean. We could try and trade for just a stud linebacker. Our corners are okay in Nate Hobbs and Marcus Jones.